Can he grab any
What
more
is going
days?
on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Nascar Fan 88 with your new YouTube video news, and guess what I'm watching on my iPad?
Jeff Gordon topside, then down low Brad Keselowski, topside Jamie McMurray.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. NASCAR returns, and with our second warm-up coming to the 57th running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500.
Now they'll be joined by Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, and Ty Dillon. All there running side by side. Ty Dillon to the inside of Johnny Sauter. They bring up the back end of the pack.
So yeah, this is the Bud Duel. This is the first.
Showing the way.
This is the first duel,
and
when we get to the 60th lap, I think we're going to go to the second duel.
On the move yet again. In fact, Dale's going to go all the way to fourth. We're early in the running
NASCAR
of the
returned
Budweiser
on
duel
Saturday night
one,
on Valentine's Day on YouTube's 10th birthday as well. And I had bad connection. And Matt Kenseth won the Sprint Unlimited. So this will be Jeff Gordon's last Bud Duel and last time in the driver's seat to win the 57th running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Dillon Jr. now in the nationwide car. Trevor Bayne switching to Roush Fenway. And when Brad Keselowski in the Sprint Unlimited slip and slide in the grass in the Sprint Unlimited Saturday night, reminded me of Kurt Busch. This has been out in 2010, in the 2010 Sprint, in the 2010 Sprint Unlimited. Kevin Harvick, the defending Cup champion, Cup champion who won the championship in 2014 last year, a year ago.
Trying to race their way into the Daytona 500 on Sunday. Not all of them
T.Y.
are going to
Dillon.
be fortunate enough to make the start. One of those drivers right now kind of
Kyle Larson. Casey came in new colors.
We'll get an update from his pit stall when we come back from Daytona International Speedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Clint Boyer. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Oh, there goes caution. And yep, Ron Hornet is way back. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Okay, when it's commercial, I'll talk. So now on to caution. It's probably the end of the first duel. I don't know. Or it's probably debris or something, I don't know.
Tackle the latest storylines with our NASCAR Live Fast Forum. Oh, I totally disagree with Ricky on that.
So yeah, also on the NASCAR Goodwrench Cup Series, my Budweiser duel is coming up soon. It's going to come in somewhere in March or April.
On the Motor Racing Network.
Or probably on Friday. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to come on Friday or Saturday. The Bud Duel this week, coming on Friday or Saturday. My races in the Goodwrench
Welcome
Cup
back
Series.
to Daytona International Speedway. We're in the midst of Budweiser Duel number 1. 17 laps complete. 43 to go, and we are under caution for the first time tonight. Casey Mears with what appears to be an engine that let go. Let's find out from Alex Hayden.
Well, he's coasted the car in. Sadly, this Geico Chevrolet has no noise coming out from underneath it. And unfortunately, an awful lot of fluid behind the race car as he made his way in. It's covering the back bumper as well. The team has the hood up. They're trying to diagnose exactly what the problem is. And the sense of urgency on this team has gone away. It's going to be a tough, short night for Casey Mears. He's going to be out of this race.
He was running in the 10th position at the time that he had the engine problem there. And Casey's going to have a tough night tonight. He's 29th in line on speed, 22nd in line on points. It's going to be nail-biting time down there.
He's just got to sit and wait right now, and that's the toughest part for a driver because, man, this is the Daytona 500 you're trying to get in. It's not like you're running just another race and you blow an engine, you go home. This is a sick feeling for him right now, but the only thing he can do is just wait and see when it's all done and shuffles out if he makes his 500.
It's going to be a long wait. They are pushing that car back into the garage. Now, we were talking about Clint Boyer. He is set to come to pit road. Right now, Steve Post, he's running 19th.
Yeah, he's running 19th. Boyer is just doing the safe strategy, just trying to stay out of the way, and all the cars coming to pit road. Here's Matt Kenseth. Debris on the grill. We talked about that in our pre-race show. Debris on the grill right over the opening. Sunoco Racing Fuel only. J.J. Yaley is in. Paul Menard in getting pit service. Here's Ty Dillon. Clint Boyer is in. Dale Earnhardt Jr. A.J. Allmendinger. Looks like fuel only for most of these drivers as we roll up pit road to Winston-Keller.
Fuel only for everybody on this end of pit road. Jeff Gordon in pit stall number 1. He's going to get out first, and Trevor Bain going side by side with Jamie McMurray, Brad Keselowski, Casey Kane, Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, all getting Sunoco fuel. Didn't see any tire changes on this end of pit road. Alex.
For fresh tires for Tony Stewart. He was the only one here in the midsection of the pit lane to do tires. Everybody else electing to do Sunoco fuel only. So different strategies playing out as Casey Mears continues to sit behind his car. They pushed it just behind the wall. It's a tough picture to watch. He's still sitting inside the race car. His head is down, both hands covering the visor. Disappointment, no doubt about it. The crew's still looking under the hood. But tough sight to see Casey Mears with his hands buried covering the visor of his helmet. And they're going to push this car back to the Sprint Cup Series garage.
Casey had a great run of the Sprint Unlimited last weekend. He's a former runner-up in the Daytona 500 back in 2006. As you mentioned a few moments ago, Jeff, he's always been a great plate racer. And unfortunately, problems have taken him out here tonight. And now he has to wonder, will I make it into this year's Daytona 500?
Well, it's going to be a long wait, that is for sure. He will literally have to wait until we are all said and done. We're in the middle of Budweiser Duel number 1. We've got another one coming up, Rusty. That will determine how we take the green flag on Sunday in the Daytona 500. So, whether we're talking about Casey Mears, who, obviously dejected as we watch from here, then roll that car back into the garage, or even Ron Hornaday, we were talking about before. Right now, he is hanging out at the tail end of the field. Some of these drivers realize it is go time or it's go home time.
Yeah, and for Casey Mears, it's a sick feeling for him right now. But for Ron Hornaday, who lost that draft early, he's got a second chance right now. He's back up a little bit farther. He's not at the dead back of the pack at the moment, which is really going to help him. He's going to learn, hey, I messed up in that first restart. I got to get with somebody good and not do this again because I'm going to run out of time. This race now could run green flag to the very end, and you got to get it right now.
41 laps remain. We have another lap or two of caution before we get back onto the green flag. Let's say hello to Mike Sundin, Vice President of Sport Marketing for Anheuser-Busch. Still smiling after last November down at Homestead when Kevin Harvick won your championship.
Yeah, it was such an amazing finish to a great season. The new chase format was just unbelievable. I think obviously a little biased with Kevin winning it, but it was just an unbelievable finish to the season.
What was so amazing was the fact that they took a couple of days to party and relax and celebrate, and then suddenly it was the business of 2015 already.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the great things about this team and everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing is, they celebrated. We had a great time. Couldn't be happier for Kevin and Delana and Rodney and the whole SHR team. But, they took a couple of days and started working on the cars and thinking what can they do to win it again in 2015, and they're not satisfied with just one.
Well, when you're picking a driver to represent, you couldn't have picked a better driver than Kevin Harvick.
He's the absolute best. I mean, Kevin is, as good of a driver as Kevin is on the track, he's even better for us off the track. He's so great with our customers, with our wholesalers. He's got a great personality. He goes out, he meets people, he shakes hands. He does more to sell beer for us than anybody. He's the best.
Mike, thanks so much for being a part of the action here at Daytona International Speedway with the Budweiser Duel tonight, and good luck in maybe getting another one of those championships.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a good night.
Mike Sundin, Vice President of Sports Marketing for Anheuser-Busch. Kevin currently running in the 11th position. If he finishes in the Daytona 500 on Sunday in the top 10, you get a free Bloomin' Onion at Outback Steakhouse this coming Monday. It's brought to you by Bloomin' Mondays at Outback Steakhouse.
The following is a message from ToyotaRacing.com. Toyota Racing is all about speed and precision.
And what's new on NASCAR Racing is the time trial. And you get to beat the. You got to try to beat the 2014, last year's 2014 Pole Award.
Like Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Matt Kenseth. Complete race results. Actually,
I had 39, but I don't know what happened to my best time.
You can also find Toyota Racing t-shirts, hoodies, and keychains. Twitter updates, connect with other Toyota Racing fans, and just about anything else Toyota Racing.
So here were the 2015 Sprint Unlimited paint schemes.
Toyota Racing fans, go check out ToyotaRacing.com. Man, does anyone have an ice pack? NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc.
Back at Daytona, cleaning up after caution when Casey Mears lost an engine going off into turn number 1. We talked so much about the new pit road technology that is monitoring what goes on there, and it's already busted a driver, and he was proven wrong when they tried to argue it, Alex.
Yeah, Michael Annette came to pit road, Joe, and the cameras on the outside, on the grandstand side, shooting back, showed clearly that their crew members were over the wall to...
Here's what happened to Kurt Busch 2010, 5 years ago, and Brad Keselowski Saturday night 2015 at Sprint Unlimited.
To 25. Oh, got a Kurt Busch. Holy cow. Got tipped, slides to the grass. Caution is out.
Hang on.
He's in the fence.
Sloopy.
Fine, clip it, Scott.
Thursday night in practice, Juan Montoya tipped Busch into the outside fence. A very, very hard hit. And tonight he does the 2,500-foot slide for life and gets into the barrier at a much slower speed.
Let's see what happens here.
Left side of your screen.
He was squeezing up that outside. Ooh, Mark was in the middle. I mean, wasn't it Mark? Where's Mark going to go? He can't go up, he can't go down. He was sort of in the middle. That was kind of strangers in the night there.
And with the hood up over his windshield, Kurt Busch couldn't see where he was going. Tried to scrub as much speed off as he could.
Yeah.
Kurt is out of the car. He's okay, but look at this wild ride.
Second car that Kurt has crashed in a very similar situation. Coming to a caution here in 3 more laps.
Whoa, trouble!
Oh, trouble.
And around goes Brad Keselowski
That's
off
not
of
gonna be
Kyle
good.
Larson.
Not gonna
Into
be
the
good.
wall. Slamming on the brakes behind him. Everybody gets by.
Hold your brake, all right.
Contact, I believe, with Kyle Larson. Sent Keselowski into the outside wall and spinning.
Right here, looks like Kyle Larson said, I think I got an opening or a hole to get into. Wasn't quite enough room. Came into the left front fender of the 2-car. Keselowski sent him in the wall.
Well, that's where it got dicey when he was coming back up on the racetrack in front of all these drivers.
I see what happened to the 18. Yeah, he had to take evasive action to the grass.
Mark 22 right here, 22. Oh.
Right across the nose almost of Matt Kenseth's number 20 car.
Exactly, and of course that splitter digs in, that front end just goes airborne, and up the track he goes. How he missed those other cars, I have no idea.
Now, race director David Hoops,
actually how they missed him,
has told the drivers and teams this will be the caution that was planned for lap 25.
For 4th, so Team Penske teaming up on the inside of the racetrack, led by Brad Keselowski. Now Kyle Busch will slide down to the bottom of the racetrack, as will Dale Earnhardt.
Last Sprint Unlimited in Bordeaux was nuts. Dale Jr., that was last year in the National Guard car.
He saw him coming, and so he crossed over to block the challenge. Now they're back in single file going to 1.
There's safety in numbers, and apparently there's also speed. Whatever line picks up the most race cars tends to move toward the front. Right now, it's Team Penske to the bottom. Keselowski goes to the 3rd spot. Here comes Joey Logano challenging Busch for 4.
Side by side, they race to the back straightaway. Now Logano finds himself with no drafting help. And he'll go all the way to the back of this pack almost as he'll jump in line in front of Jamie McMurray in the entrance of 3. Single file this time through turns 3 and 4, led by Denny Hamlin. Then it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brad Keselowski. Further back, Ryan Newman looking to the outside with Joey Logano, but they'll fade just a bit.
4 laps remain in segment 2 as they work across the stripe. Denny Hamlin showing the way Dale Earnhardt Jr., that's the Chevrolet, then Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Marcus Ambrose, single file up to you, Dave.
Ryan Newman rides right behind Ambrose's machine, then the Joey Logano car, and then about 4 car lengths back to Jamie McMurray. For the moment, everybody nose to tail with the center stretch. Leaders come to the back straightaway. Again, Denny Hamlin is the man in command. He will bring the field to the back stretch with Dale Earnhardt Jr. right behind him. Keselowski tucked up behind Earnhardt. Busch and Ambrose, your top 5. Single file right to the bottom of the racetrack goes Denny Hamlin and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Brad Keselowski, meanwhile, a half a lane off of the bottom, looks to the outside, thought about it, fell back in the line. He settles in the third.